What does it mean? Okay. The United States should not adopt a constitutional amendment to prevent abortion because this would take away human rights. The current laws provide enough regulation, and not allowing a woman to have an abortion could potentially be emotionally or physically harmful to her. First, I will discuss the issues of human rights. According to the Human Rights Watch, an organization dedicated to defending and protecting human rights, the denial of a pregnant woman's right to make an independent decision regarding abortion violates or poses a threat to a wide range of human rights. Women have the right to decide independently in all matters related to reproduction, including the issue of abortion. When women's access to safe and legal abortion services are restricted, a number of human rights may be at risk. Restrictive abortion laws have a devastating impact on women's right to life. Evidence suggests not only that restrictive abortion laws drive women to unsafe abortions, but also that women die from consequences of unsafe abortion. Approximately 13% of maternal deaths worldwide are attributed to unsafe abortion, which comes out to equal between 68,000 and 78,000 deaths annually because of this. The United Nations Human Rights Committee and the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women have repeatedly expressed concern about the relationship between restrictive abortion laws, illegal abortions, and threats to women's lives. Illegal abortion clinics and providers have no incentive to be concerned with women's health and lives when they provide their legal services. The United Nations Committee on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights has consistently said that respecting women's right to health requires the decriminalization of abortion. Restrictive abortion laws affect women's right to health by limiting their access to safe abortion services. Access to legal and safe abortion services are essential to the protection of women's rights to non-discrimination and equality. Abortion is a medical procedure that only women need. The United Nations Committee on the Elimination and Discrimination Against Women has implied that the denial of medical procedures only women need is a form of discrimination against women. This United Nations Committee has repeatedly established a clear link between women's equality and the availability of reproductive health services, including abortion. Second, the current laws in place regarding abortion in the United States provide enough regulation on abortion already. Prior to 1973, abortion was not subject to United States constitutional law, but was purely a matter for the individual states. The first legal restrictions on abortion appeared in the 1820s, forbidding abortion after the 4th month of pregnancy. By 1900, legislators at the urgings of the American Medical Association had enacted anti-abortion laws in most U.S. states. In its landmark 1973 case, Roe v. Wade, a woman challenged the Texas laws criminalizing abortion. The United States Supreme Court reached two important conclusions. Abortion law was a federal constitutional law issue, not a state one, and was therefore subject to the Constitution of the United States, and that the procurement of an abortion was a constitutional right during the first and second trimesters of a pregnancy based on the constitutional right to privacy, but that the state's interest in protecting potential life prevailed in the 3rd trimester unless the woman's health was at risk. In 2003, the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act was passed by Congress and signed by President Bush. The passing of this act made partial birth abortions illegal. Some states have legal restrictions on abortion. Many states require women to wait 24 hours or longer after a first informational appointment to receive an abortion. 35 states require a parent's consent for women under the age of 18 before they can have an abortion. These current laws provide enough regulation on abortion, and they already make it a hassle for women to go through the process of receiving an abortion. If there was a constitutional amendment preventing abortion, women would still be receiving abortions, but the abortions would be illegally performed. If we as a nation are concerned with the health and safety of the women of our nation, it would be a poor choice to adopt a constitutional amendment that would put women at harm. Third, not allowing a woman to have an abortion could potentially be emotionally or physically scarring. According to the Guttmacher Institute, an institute advancing sexual and reproductive health worldwide through research, policy analysis, and public education, in California, 34% of young women become pregnant at least once before the age of 20. Of these women, 45% terminated their pregnancies. An estimated 60% of teen girls' first pregnancies are due to molestation, rape, or attempted rape. About 20% of girls become pregnant as a direct result of rape. It is unjust and emotionally harmful to force a rape victim to keep a child resulting from rape. Nearly half of the pregnancies among American women are unintended, and less than half of these are terminated by an abortion. 22% of all pregnancies end in abortion. That is a relatively low percentage of women receiving abortions, taking into account that nearly half of the pregnancies were unintended. There are two types of abortions that are legal in the United States. You may have the choice between a medical abortion, which means taking medicine to end a pregnancy, and a surgical abortion, such as a vacuum aspiration or dilation and evacuation. After 9 weeks of pregnancy, surgical abortion is the only option. There are many different reasons given as to why women receive abortions. 13% of women stated they received an abortion because of problems affecting the health of the fetus or problems affecting their own health. There are pregnancy risks that put the mother in harm and could potentially result in the death of the mother. If we adopt a constitutional amendment preventing abortion, we are not allowing women to have an abortion that could potentially end up saving her life.